So after the Malid had betrayed their country and enlisted in their enemy's country, the emperor wanted to behead all of the Malid's men. Like, he literally wanted to slaughter all of them, and that was a ton of men. He also wanted to strip the slaves from having the rights of joining the converter path. And the main character stepped in and goes, "Please don't do this, my lord. This will cause issues and problems, and it is wrong to strip these slaves of their rights to become converters. It is wrong to kill these men just because of the Malid." He even promised to sign a contract with the emperor, meaning he can't truly honestly go against the emperor, so he could protect the Malid's men and let the slaves continue to become converters. And no one knows this. The only people who know this information is between the main character and the emperor. Even when the Malid's men became his men, they don't know this. All they know is that he's a strict, serious man, unlike their original general. So someone on my last post, I think their name is Joy, their TikTok name is Joy, they explained to me that the reason why the Malid was able to go to the other country and no one could point fingers at his master was because he had been rewarded and got his collar taken off for all of the things he had done for the military. They had taken the collar off of him. So thank you again. Thank you for explaining that to me, because honestly, I was questioning why no one was pointing fingers at his old master, because come on, it would so be obvious that he's guilty if the Malid was able to escape with that collar still on. The Malid, he goes berserk. The main character and Mercy rush to stop him. They're unable to really, truly, honestly stop him. They're fighting as best as they can to fight against the Malid. Sooner or later, they do stop the Malid, but at this point, they truly and honestly believe the Malid isn't as damaged as they led to believe. Like, he's not mentally completely gone, and that he still has a spiritual core, and that some people have some cool explaining to do. I will say this here and now, the emperor looks exactly like the main character from Husky and His White Cat Fusion. Doesn't he look like him? He looks like what the main character looked like when he was emperor, just a more healthier version of him, but he looks exactly like him. The healers retest the Malid, and again, they come with the same information they originally provided. He is mentally a child, mentally a wolf pup. His spiritual core is broken. The reason why he was able to do the things he did is because of demonic arts. Basically, he's kind of like the main character from Grandmaster Demonic Convention. He kind of has the ability to do demonic arts. And that's why he was able to fight against the main character and Mercy and bring out his spiritual weapon that he used to stab the demonic weapon to stab the main character all those years ago. And that's why they both thought he was not as innocent as he's pretending to be. So everyone's asking for the Malid's head. They want it on a chopping block. The healers want to the Malid's heart. They want to test the Malid's heart because the demon core, the demon arts are in the Malid's heart, so they want to it. And the emperor all tells them to shut up, stay away, and that they're all ignorant, stupid fools. That if they want the information that the Malid got from the enemy country and the arts the Malid got from the enemy country, they need the Malid alive. If they want this information, you can't get information from a dead man. They need him alive. They can experiment on him. They can test on him when he's alive. They can keep an eye on him and soon they get the information that he had if he's alive. They can't do if he's dead. Which is why I came up with a theory that the emperor was the one to send the Malid to another country with the promise that his men, his dead men, could get their rightful names on their graves. Like, with a threat, he sent the Malid there to pretend to be an enemy under a threat, or sent the Malid to be a spy. Or again, the emperor is not involved in any of those two theories, and he's just doing this so he can get information from the Malid that the Malid can't provide right now. So the emperor is about to hand the Malid back over to Mercy. The main character steps in, goes, no, he's already proven that he can't keep a control on the Malid. It's best for the Malid to come into my hands so he doesn't go berserk again. I know how to control him. I had a relationship with him in the past. I know him better than most people. And Mercy uses this information to, again, mess with the main character and belittle the main character in front of the emperor. They're literally squibbling like little children, and even the emperor says it himself. He basically tells him to shut up, because again, he's not dealing with their idiocy squibbling of childrenness. Someone rushes in to inform the emperor that a brothel house, the maidens of something, a bunch of the people, both clients and the workers, have all been killed. And so the emperor's like, you know what, either one of you solves this case, the one who solves the case gets to have the male lead. And they're like, yeah, we'll do this, we'll solve the case. And I feel like the emperor's just sitting there going, oh god, these two are idiots, they're freaking morons. I just got that feeling that's what the emperor's thinking. So we found out that the male lead's spiritual weapon is this musical instrument here, back when he was serving under his country. And every time he played it, everyone was going, oh my god, stop him, it's horrible, that's vile music, like trying to close their ears, trying to run away from him, like it was just so terrible. Which reminds me of the male lead of Stars of Chaos, because again, it was exactly the same. Everyone being like, oh no, he has a flute, run for it, run for the heels. Yes, I just freaking love it. And the fact that it also reminds me of Grandmaster Demonic Convention, where the main character had a flute and it was one of his spiritual weapons was a flute. I freaking love this. I'm thinking of my two favorite series. I really love all these dames, but it's like really interesting. Mercy returns back to the brothel that the male lead was serving at, goes around questioning his servants to know what happened during the period of time the male lead had gone berserk. He finds out from the head maiden that the cook the male lead had gotten into a squabble with, a fight with over food, has gone missing. He has ran off. And so he believes the cook who had ran off, which was from the same enemy country the male lead had served for and worked for, they were working together, and he ran off and murdered all those people at the other brothel, and that the male lead is along inside this plan, that he is part of the whole slaughtering everyone at that brothel. So he goes to the emperor to ask the emperor for permission to torture the male lead for information about what's happening on this case. I am not kidding. Can he leave the male lead alone and stop thinking everything that has gone wrong is the male lead's fault? Okay, like I feel like he should actually do real investigations work instead of just making obsessions, because that's all he freaking does. And I understand why people say he's just the worst, because he is. The main character is actually doing investigation stuff. He goes to the brothel that this happened at, starts looking into things. He finds out that the technique that was used to kill all those people, and that 5 people have been kidnapped and taken off with. He finds out that this technique was actually used by Claire and Shallow, this person who had gone missing. After doing a quest, he went on a mission, took care of a bunch of spirits, said he was going to take these spirits to an island so they can rest in peace, they can get to the afterlife, go to their next life, instead of being turned into weapons. That's what he was going to do, but after that he disappeared. No one knew what happened to him. And this technique is exactly this man's technique. The only other person knew how to do this technique was the person's younger brother, but he's not old enough to actually, be able to do the technique correctly. So yes, the main character is very suspicious.